find out why you can? Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine.
You know, you got a big mouth, you know.
I am ranked number one. One! That means I'm the best. But this bum is taking the easy matches. Fight another bum.
No, maybe I can't win. Maybe the only thing I can do is just take everything he's got. But the baby, he's gonna have to kill me.
What's up, guys? On this channel we do backpack reviews, everyday carry, and a little bit of hunting and fishing. If you like that kind of thing, please consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button if you like this video. Now let's go to the review.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Alright guys, ever since I started reviewing backpacks, I wanted to compare the Osprey Nebula against the North Face Recon because these backpacks are so similar to me. Now, the Osprey over here is 34 liters and the Recon is 30. But you can look at these backpacks and see that they have a lot in common. They're kind of like anything else. You got an Osprey camp over here. Once people really try Osprey, they say they love it and they don't want to change. And then over here, you got the North Face camp where people try North Face backpacks and they really don't want to change. They keep them for life. Kind of like my pop. He buys Sony TVs and he only wants to buy Sony. If he's gonna buy a TV, it's gonna be a Sony TV. He doesn't wanna hear about Samsung or any other brands. So I kinda wanted to see if these backpacks went head to head, who would come out on top? So that's what we're gonna do today. So before we get to what's different about these bags, let's talk about the similarities. They're both panel style backpacks. They both have the beaver pocket in the front or kangaroo pocket in the front. Both have 2 water bottle pockets on the sides. Both have YKK zippers. They have strong stitching. They both have whistles on the sternum strap. They both have hip belts. They both have a bike light, and they're very close in weight. The North Face actually weighs more at 2.7 pounds, and the Osprey's a little bit lighter at 2.13 pounds. Now, like I said before, the Osprey is 34 liters, while the North Face Recon is 30 liters even. Now that we got the similars out of the way, let's talk about the differences. Let's get to the battle. So how I'm gonna compare these two backpacks, I'm gonna take it in 5 rounds. The first round is gonna be organization. The second round is going to be comfort. The third round is going to be style. The fourth round is going to be build materials and hardware. And the last and final round is going to be value. Then we'll wrap the whole video up just doing a summary and see who wins. Round 1, organization. Now, there's a couple of key differences between the North Face Recon and the Osprey Nebula. On its admin panel, has some pockets up front where you can just throw in some items. Then it's got a whole nother section down here where you got some pen slots, some spots to put your cell phone, larger spots, and also a zippered pocket right here. The North Face has a similar system, but there's less organization in here. Let's take a closer look just to be sure. The North Face has a tablet sleeve right here, a zippered pocket as well, and some pockets where you can just slip in some items and some pen holders over here. Now, when we look at this admin panel in the North Face, this is a 2017 version of the North Face Recon. The newer 2018 version, the admin panel stops right about here, and I talked about this in a previous video. The organization is on the top, and they've closed this whole section off. That's why I like the older 2017 North Face backpack over the newer 2018. You don't have this pocket in the front on the 2018 North Face. So even more so with the updated version of the North Face, the Osprey's admin panel is even better. The Osprey offers you a little bit more organization, and I think that it's the winner for the organizational panel. But the Osprey doesn't stop there. Inside of the Osprey's computer compartment, they offer you this additional mesh pocket, which you can store maybe your charging block in. anything you would want. And it's a very deep pocket. I would say it's probably about 12 inches deep. So you have an additional storage area inside of this Osprey Nebula that the North Face doesn't even have. Let's take a look at these quick access pockets. On the Osprey Nebula, the quick access pocket on the top is a very wide pocket, and you can fit a lot of items in there. The size is huge for a quick access pocket. On the North Face, it's right here in the front, and it's just not as deep, and it's just not as wide. So again, the Osprey wins on the quick access pocket. For organization, I believe the Osprey wins out over the North Face Recon. Round 2, comfort. This is a major deciding factor for a lot of people when they buy backpacks. Is this the backpack going to be comfortable? I'm wearing it all day. How's it going to feel on my back? So let's take a look at the differences between these two packs. I think the comfort factor on most backpacks starts with the back panel. On the North Face, let's start there first. You can see that the North Face's back panel is heavily padded. It's got some air venting that is pretty extreme. With this vent system in the middle, you can definitely get some airflow in between your back and the back of the backpack. And I really like the setup on the North Face backpacks in this system. You can almost see the curvature of the backpack itself and the extra padding, which really comforts your back and stands away from it. On the Osprey, you got a different kind of school of thought. So this back panel is vented really well, but there's less padding. You still have the curvature on the back panel, so you can see that curve. However, less padding equals more discomfort for me. Let's look at the second thing that really decides comfort on a backpack, and that's the shoulder straps. On the Osprey Nebula, the shoulder straps they feel really good. However, they're less dense than the padding that's in the North Face Recon. The padding on the North Face Recon feels very dense, feels tough, like it really will last and stand up to the test of time. They feel really comfortable on your back, and they distribute the weight on your shoulders really, really well. Even when I carry a heavy load inside this backpack, I always feel like the backpack is curved to my back and the shoulder straps are evenly distributing that weight. One of the main ways that you interact with the backpack is the grab handle on the top. Now, you got two schools of thought in this aspect as well. On the North Face, you can have a really well padded grab handle on the top. It's vented and the nylon feels very sturdy. It's a very wide grab handle, and you feel like you have a lot of control over this backpack when you grab it. Now, when you look at the Osprey, it's a thinner padding, it is vented, the grab handle is smaller, and not to say that you have less control, but I just don't like it more than I like the North Face. For the comfort round, I think the North Face Recon wins out over the Osprey. Round 3, style. Now let's talk about style for a second. Style is so subjective. A shirt that I like might not be the shirt that you like. The pants that I like might not be the pants that you like. And backpacks are the same exact way. The backpacks that I like might not be the backpacks that you like, the style and the way that they're designed. So this section, even more than any other sections, is very subjective, and it's through my eyes. Now, looking at these backpacks, when I look at the Osprey, there's one main thing that I think that really stands out and is odd to me. It's this beaver tail in the front. It kind of looks like a butt with this U-shaped design in the front, and then it also impacts the functionality of the pocket in the front itself. Now you have to go in from either this side or reach in and go for this side. Now, these openings are really wide, but coupled with the look and the red stripe on the front, I don't really like this style. Another point in style is the branding. I'm used to seeing this North Face brand on all of their backpacks. Down here at the bottom, they come with the little Recon sign, and I don't mind that as much. On the Osprey, it's almost the exact same thing. They have the Nebula down here at the bottom, and then the Osprey sign right here at the top. But what makes the difference is on the back, on the shoulder straps, they have a long Osprey logo right here. And when I'm presenting to the front like I meet most people, I don't necessarily want a large brand on my shoulder. Now, when we look at the North Face backpack, the branding is dramatically smaller on the North Face. I might be getting a little nitpicky, but for me, the North Face Recon wins out because of the symmetrical look and the better looking beaver tail on the front. Building materials and hardware. As these rounds go on, it's more evident to me that there's two schools of thought going on in making these bags. And building materials and hardware is definitely where these bags split. Even though they both have YKK zippers and they're both made out of polyester, the Osprey brand goes for a lighter weight design where they've used lighter weight materials in their nylon, their lining, the bottom, the back panel, and the shoulder straps. Whereas the North Face Recon, they use a heavier weight polyester and they use a Cordura on the bottom of the bag. And then there's some little things that make this bag feel just a little bit more premium. For example, inside the quick access pocket in the front, it's totally fleece lined, while the Osprey pack uses a heat and boss system, which is a very thin material. Now, these thin materials do make the bag feel lighter. However, they also make the bag a cheaper feeling. So inside of this pocket, it feels paper thin. So if I put my keys in here, I would worry about this puncturing this material or ripping this material. Whereas I know inside of the North Face, this fleece lining can take some hard abuse. This fleece lining doesn't stop at the quick access pocket. It also goes inside the tablet sleeve in the North Face Recon and also inside of the cell phone compartment in the admin panel. It also goes inside of the computer laptop sleeve inside of the main section of this bag. Whereas the Osprey doesn't have any fleece lining at all. On the Osprey Nebula, Osprey uses the same material that's on the rest of the backpack for the bottom of the bag. And that gives me some apprehension over long-term use. Now, when you look at the North Face backpack, you can see that they use a heavier weight Cordura fabric, making this bag a lot stronger on the bottom and giving me a little bit more confidence that this bag will wear well over time. I think the decision to use lighter weight materials is a mind state, is a way of thinking. However, for me, it makes the bag feel a little cheap. When we look inside of the admin compartment, I can say that the Osprey has better organization, but the material that they use, this thinner, lighter weight nylon, feels less, I don't have the word for it. It just feels less premium than what the materials are used in the North Face backpack. Another feature that North Face adds to their backpack that the Osprey doesn't at all is 360 reflectivity. So right here in the front, on the pig snout, North Face includes a reflective material on this pig snout, so you can see when light hits it, it will reflect light. On the side, on the water bottle pocket, there's also material that will reflect light. On the shoulder strap, there's a reflective material here as well. So that's an option in the hardware that the Osprey doesn't even offer, is this 360 reflectivity. For building materials and hardware, the North Face Recon wins the round for me. Round 5, value. For the fifth and final round of value, I think both of these are excellent backpacks. The North Face Recon sells right now for about $100. The Nebula sells for $130. Now with that $130, you get 4 more liters of capacity, And if you're that guy that wants a lighter weight bag, this is right down your alley. From the North Face, you get a bag that feels a little bit more premium. It's a little bit heavier, but it has added cushion, fleece lined pockets, heavier nylon, corduroy bottom. So there's some additional things that North Face is giving that the Osprey isn't giving. Similarly, the Osprey has some things that the North Face isn't giving. So for this round of value, I call it a draw. Both of these bags are great. Some of you guys out there might be totally disagreeing with me right now, but for my money, my $100, my $130, I would take the North Face Recon all day and twice on Sundays over the Osprey Nebula. But every situation, every person's EDC system is different. They might like the Nebula, and that's totally fine. That's why it's called EDC. It's your everyday carry, it's not mine. Mine is the North Face Recon in this battle. Man, thanks for watching, guys. George Define. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to this channel. I got a whole bunch of backpacks I'm gonna reviewing. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you never miss out on any of my adventures or reviews. See you next time. Peace.